All right. This is going to be, I'm going to try and do multiple videos because it's multiple subjects along the same lines of feminism and the bullshit that this third wave feminism has fucking caused. As I point out in pretty much almost all of my videos, I'm a Navy brat, which I didn't curse until I actually joined the military. But I don't give a fuck about being monetized or any of that crap. Disabled, retired veteran, so I collect my disability. I can give a fuck less about being monetized. I really don't care. I don't care. I want to speak my mind from my point of view, so let's go ahead and get into this. I do not like this new wave feminism. I've mentioned this. I mentioned this years ago, like many years ago, that um, especially from a lot of my female friends, whether they were straight or gay, that they don't like this new wave feminism. These are the kind of women like my mom that nothing has ever stood in their way just because they were a female. I mean, one of the Jesus. Well, I mean, when I was in the military, some of the most hardcore soldiers I knew were the women, were the girls. But then again, I was raised the way I was raised by my mother to literally always be attracted to strong women. So being and I grew up military, so growing up military with other military brats, you got a lot of those fucking tomboys. A lot of my female friends growing up are biker chicks. They shoot, they hunt, they will fuck you up. So this weak ass that a man needs to stand. This is what's weird about feminism. You don't want men to do anything for you, but at the same time, you want men to stand aside for you. What the? So you don't want to earn it? I mean, I don't understand your logic because it makes no fucking sense. You want to earn your place, but at the same time, you want men to stand aside for you. Well, then you didn't fucking earn it. And I've always brought up that the sexes aren't equal, period. Even amongst men, I'm 6'1", over 270. So am I supposed to take some 100-pound soy boy because he's a male also and treat him equal to me? No, especially if he didn't fucking earn that shit. So I don't know where they get this whole male privilege from, considering how I grew up. I was a little nerdy kid. To be around my older brother and his friends. I mean, I can remember a story. I was what? Shoot, 10 maybe? 9 or 10, somewhere around there. Military housing, Merrimack Park. It's Merrimack Landing now, but Merrimack Park. And my older brother and he's only 2 years older than me, but my older brother and his friends, they're all playing follow the leader. This is when playgrounds were still fucking metal, asphalt, concrete, real playgrounds where children needed to fucking learn balance and coordination, or you'd get knocked the fuck out or broken or something. Y'all have pussified. George Carlin said it best: the pussification, and y'all have just pussified the world. But here they are playing follow the leader, and I wanted to play, and they were like, "No, you can't do any of the stuff that we can do." And I'm like, you're only 2 years older than me. It's not like you're like 10 years older than me. You're only 2 years older than me. But, I'm the little brother. So I had to prove myself. One of the things they were doing was hopping the fence. And they were like, oh, you're too little. You're not going to be able to do that. And I did it, cleared it like that, cleared it fucking easy. And they were like, okay, your brother can play. And I had to earn that. So I don't know where this bullshit is that if you're letting, you fucking feminist, if you're letting a man stand in your way, then the problem lies with you. The problem doesn't lie with anyone else. Now, if you go to work for a business and it is a male-owned business, and he, like, one of my friends, she's working for this company again, but back then when she worked for this company, the owner didn't feel, this was years ago, the owner didn't feel that a woman had the knowledge or the gumption to run a business, she made him eat his fucking words. But that's my point. She didn't let the man stand in her way. She was like, fuck you, I'm going to do what I need to do. Now, coming from somebody who's from the South, who is brown, I lived with real racism. I lived with people trying to say that I was less than the fact that I'm, not white. And the way my mom raised us was like, don't let anyone stand in your way, whether it's due to your gender, your race, your size, nothing. Prove your damn self. I've had handicapped friends. I got a friend who hopped a train, fell off the train, got his legs cut off the knees, survived it. That boy is built, no legs, built as fucking shit. Multiple black belts in the martial arts, can fuck you up from his wheelchair. So please do not give me this bullshit about feminism or none of that. Just, I don't fall for any of that bullshit. It's got nothing to do with male privilege or my maleness or toxic masculinity, because I was raised by my mother, who literally was like, no, you don't treat any woman different unless she's going to act different. Everybody needs to earn their fucking place. Nobody gets any special treatment. Everybody has to earn their place. So again, this whole bullshit about women being weak and everything, that says more about you than it says anything about anybody trying to stand in your fucking way. I saw this story and I was like, there's no way that this is real. And even the person who did the story, Yellow Flash 2, I started following him. Even he thought this can't be real until he realized, he did all the research and he was like, holy fuck, this story is actually real. It's an article. Let's just get into it. Gas stations are now harmful for women. Gas stations are now sexist. Oh my God. Okay. Hopefully the stupid commercial. Hold on. So stupid. They're dumbass commercials.
For 300 years, we prepared. We grew stronger. While you rested in your cradle of power.
So I did a video yesterday talking about how people were starting to come down on, preferences for height. So if you're a lady, you need to look past height. You need to decide, hey, that guy that's 5'2", that's okay. I'm with it. I'm all about it. Anything to dismantle the patriarchy. Because apparently if you're into dudes that are taller, especially if they're taller than you, that's part of the patriarchy now. It's getting that ridiculous. So this is going to be like a two-part topic here. We're going to start off here with even more ridiculousness. So this goes up there. This is just as stupid as that whole thing when they were saying that air conditioners hurt women because office AC is too high. It's too cold in here. When men naturally.
See, here's something again, feminism is a joke. It's a fucking bullshit joke. Y'all want to say that men and women are equal, but then you want to throw out dumb shit like the AC. That it's too cold for women. So why do feminists always want to pick and choose when biology matters? It's funny. this, especially this new wave feminism and all these woke ass dumb motherfuckers that gender, biology, none of it fucking matters. None of it exists. None of it is real unless it is something that y'all want. All of a sudden, biology and shit matters when it's something you fucking want. And I'm sorry, but I can't take none of you motherfuckers seriously. None of you. Because of that shit. I am very, very hardcore when it comes to choosing a lane in life. Where do you lie? Where do your choices? Where does your position on matters, political, religious, race, where does your position lie? I have always believed in you follow a fucking lane. Those people who bounce all over the place, who what I call walk the fence. Basically, you're walking a tightrope, and whatever the situation that you feel suits you, all of a sudden you're on this side of the fence or you're on this side of the fence. Can't stand people like you. I don't even like people like that to even be around me. I have dumped friends, especially ever since Donald Trump decided to run for president. I've dumped friends because of dumb shit like that. You know, well, he's a racist. I could have sworn the whole time that we were growing up, Donald Trump was great. Home Alone, Donald Trump was fun. You know, what is it? I'd never watched the show The Apprentice. Donald Trump was fucking great. All of a sudden now he runs for president and he's a racist just out of the fucking blue. No proof, again, I can't stand people who just live their lives on walking a fence and living their lives off of emotion. I can't stand people that do that shit. I have been called heartless. I have been called Spock. Because you don't think with your heart. You're right, I don't. I've been that way since high school. I think with my head because I have seen friends get arrested. I've had friends commit suicide over the dumbest fucking reasons. I'm not picking on suicide or anything. I've attempted suicide, so I'm not picking on it by any means. But I'm talking about for the dumbest fucking reasons. Just because, oh, my life is over because he dumped me. Motherfuckers, we're in high school. You're already looking at this person like you're going to be married to this person for the next 40, 50 years. Bitch, we're in high school. You haven't even gone out in the world yet to meet other people. You haven't even gotten into a career yet. You haven't traveled yet. How is this fucking person? I was married 25 years, 23 before the bitch left, but 25 years before I filed for fucking divorce after she fucking left. And I thought, especially after the 20-year mark, well, she's the one. Obviously, she's the one. She told me, we're married. You're stuck with me, all this other shit. So back in high school, come on, damn well I wasn't going to feel like, oh my God, we're this, we're the football captain and the cheerleader. We're just going to be together forever. No, but yeah, that's stupid shit. I'm going to commit suicide because he dumped me. You've only been dating that motherfucker since like ninth grade. We haven't even gotten out of high school yet. You haven't gone to college or a trade school. You haven't traveled anywhere. You don't have a career yet. We're not even adults yet. And you're like, I want to commit suicide because of this fucker. That stupid shit.
Have higher body temperatures. And usually, I don't know what offices they're working at, but men usually have to wear business attire, which is always like long sleeves, pants, coats, stuff like that. Whereas women, can dress a little lighter, but that doesn't matter. Let's not talk about facts or anything. Those are bad. Men are trash. Universally, that is the common theme. So now we have petrol stations being accused of sexism because pumps are designed for male hands.
What a story, Mark.
So that's where we're at now. We sit and pump gas. We think about how gas pumps are tools of the patriarchy. And no, this isn't something to help.
As I said, when I saw this story, I'm gonna have to go get some water for my single-use water bottles, which I recycle. I recycle a lot. I saw this story and I wasn't going to add it to my political folder, but because I have a lot of other feminism type videos and stuff in my political folder, I was like, fuck it, might as well add it on there too. And get, I can't even believe that this is a real story. It's like these feminists sit around and just like play D&D with real life of what can we complain about today to attack the patriarchy. Gas pumps are sexist now. When I first saw it, I thought it was because of the fact that the gas pump is shaped like it goes into something. So I thought it was because of the fact that it's penetrating the car. That's what I thought. That's what I thought that this story was about. But no, which I'm surprised that hasn't even come up yet. But the fact that because the gas things are large, they're meant for male hands, or Jesus Christ. I know a lot of engineers. These guys are nerds. Like fucking straight up nerds. Do you really think that that's what was on their mind when they were creating gas pumps, you fucking dumbass feminists, as I said, these engineers, the people who design most of this shit, are little nerds. So obviously it would be small for big for their hands too. I mean, I'm at a loss for words of how stupid feminism is just being. But anyway, I don't need to continue with this one. You can look it up for yourself and finish the whole story. It's Yellow Flash 2. Gas stations are now harmful for women. I'm going to remove it from my political folder.
Push climate change.
Oh my God, I can't even believe how stupid some of this shit is. That feminism is. So let me get into the next. Okay. I saw this story and I had friends who were like this. Yeah, I know, third wave feminazis, I know. But here's the thing. All the women I know can't stand these women. And I've told them, I'm like, why are y'all tell us men that we need to police other men, especially those of us who are good men. We need to police those asshole men, those jerk men. And I've always done that. I have always done that. If one of my female friends going back to fucking school, if one of my female friends was about to date a guy I knew was a fucking asshole, I would tell the girl. But what would the girl do anyway? What would she do anyway? End up dating the fucking asshole because he was cool. And it's like, but he's a dog. We all know he's a dog. And then sure enough, what would happen weeks to maybe a couple of months later? Oh my God, he dumped me. Oh my God, he cheated on me. You're surprised by this? Because we warned you that he was a dog. I have said this numerous times. I've even pissed off a lot of my male friends over the years. All men are dogs. All men. Every single man, because it's in our biology to be a dog. Now, do we take the conscious decision, just like an alcoholic is always an alcoholic, a drug addict is always a drug addict, whether they take any more drinks or do any more drugs for the rest of their life, it's still in them to be that person. Just by biology, men are dogs, but we're also human. So do we have the intelligence and the willpower? I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, of course, other than the fucking medications that stupid VA or the medications I have to take to obviously keep me alive and everything. But willpower, willpower. So all men are dogs, but do men have the willpower to not be a dog? Do they make the conscious choice to not follow their biology? See how simple that is? But all men are dogs. So here you got, as I said, female friends where I'm like, don't date that guy. He's a fucking ass. He's a jerk. You know he's a jerk, you know? And sure enough, as I said, date the guy anyway, and then are surprised when the guy cheats on them and shit. It's like, how the fuck are you surprised? Anyway, my dudes, Abba and Preach, as I said, they've only got one video that I did not like. One. But that I did make a video on. But this particular video, she's married, or they put slang, she married, but her exes are off limits. Girl code. Now, going back to school, I used to follow that rule just for me. If one of my friends had dated this girl or something and they were broken up, my personal choice, even if the girl asked me out, was to tell the girl, nope, you dated my boy, you're off limits, kind of thing. It wasn't until like senior year and about to get out of school that I was like, wait a second. So what about my friends who are dogs? The ones who literally are just fucking everybody and shit. So all of a sudden, an entire group of girls are now off limits to us because he fucked them all. And I was like, whoa, no. At that point in my life, because there were some good girls that my friends fucked over. One girl named Barbie her name was Barbie. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. She was Greek, something, I think Greek. Her dad and my mom worked together. I'd known her dad since I didn't even know he had a daughter. Had known him since I was a child. I was a teenager in high school at this point, but I had known him since I was a kid. This man was scary as shit. Clint Eastwood would bow to this man. This man was scary as fucking hell. But he was afraid of my mom. Everybody was afraid of my mom. He actually asked me to date his daughter because he knew my mom, because he knew how I was raised, because he knew my mom, and he knew damn well if I hurt his daughter, I didn't have anything to worry about from him. It was my mom I'd have to answer to. But even then, even though I accepted the compliment, I still didn't do it. But that was because I piss off a lot of my female friends when I say this, but I had, and still in some ways have, a low self-esteem. I just have always, especially as I said, growing up as a nerdy little tiny kid. And yes, I'd been in the martial arts since I was 5 years old and exercising and working out and all of these things and everything. That mentality of being that nerdy kid and not worthy of this girl. Let's put it this way. Her first day at our school that I was already going to, because that was another thing, is her dad wanted me to keep an eye on her because the mom had custody and they switched off finally. So he now had custody. So we could have done a high school like movie, one of those whatever the fuck from Breakfast Club or whatever his name is. We could have done one of those movies. It would have been literally an opening scene of her. I knew that next day was going to be her first day of school. I'm hanging with my friends. We're in the halls first day, not first day, but we're in the hall. It's in the morning before first bell and everything. And we're talking. It's hallway, it's school. Everybody's loud. Everybody's talking. Blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden, like a fucking wave of silence just coming down the hall. I mean, it's all these voices. And then all of a sudden, like a wave of silence. So we are, and of course, everybody's in the hall. So we're like, what the fuck is going on? Shit. And sure enough, like it was like the fucking Red Sea or whatever parted and shit. And everybody moved out of the way, and there she was. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot it was gonna be her first day of school. Everybody, the guy, girls are haters. This is what gets me when girls want to talk about the patriarchy and shit. Troy, Cleopatra, Helen of Troy, Cleopatra. Most wars, most bad shit in history happened. Why? Not because of the men, but because of the women. Most bad shit in history, most of these, we're talking some of the greatest wars, some of the greatest events in human history were caused by women. Interesting, huh? Anyway, so here are the girls, because she's still like way down here. Here are the girls. Oh my God, look at that bitch. Who the fuck is that? Who the hell is she? She's walking in here like she all that. And I'm sitting here like, y'all don't even know her. Obviously, she's new, and you're just automatically hating on her. Look at her. She ain't walking like she's a mean girl. She ain't walking like she's high society. You could tell that she was nervous, especially now everybody's quiet and watching her. So why are you just, women are fucking evil. Women are evil. We all know this is not a joke. This is not just me being sexist. We all know women are way fucking more evil than men are. But of course, the guys, oh my God, who the hell is that? Damn, who the hell is that? So she comes right over to me, gives me a big hug. Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. All my friends are like behind her, like, who the fuck is this? But anyway, so I didn't date her. What one of my asshole friends did, even though I warned her. I was like, look, I'm not going to tell you yes, no, whatever. I'm just telling you what kind of a person he is. He's a dog. He is a total fucking prick. He's a male chauvinist pig. And she was like, oh, but he was so nice and everything. I said, it's fake. It's an image. But I'm not telling you not to date him because it is your choice. Sure enough, she dated him. 2 weeks, not more than 2 weeks later, after he got her to have sex with him. I mean, her choice. He didn't rape her, as far as I know, because I'd have beat the fuck out of him if he did. But she had sex with him, and then all of a sudden, he just started. I'm like, how do you take? I mean, she was at that moment, the hottest girl in our school. But true dogs don't give a fuck about how good a person is, how beautiful a person is, inside and out, whatever. Nope, they just care about their next conquest. And that's what the way this guy Rich was. He was a fucking prick. So at a party that me and my friends are having and stuff, and she's crying on my shoulder because he cheated on her. And she was like, well, my dad told me that he wanted you to date me. Why didn't you just date me now? And I'm like, no. You already dated my friend. I missed out on some really good chances, on some really good relationships because of that stupidity. But it wasn't somebody telling me, no, you can't date so-and-so. The day that happened, it was already past the point in my life where I was like, fuck that. You ain't going to tell. It even gotten to the point where one of my best my best friend, like brother to me, liked a girl since elementary school. Like, I think he said since like third grade or some shit, he had liked this girl. And she ended up coming on to me. And he literally told me, this is the reason why I changed, where I said, fuck that. I ain't doing this bullshit that somebody's off limits, is because he told me she was off limits. And I was like, did you even date her? And he goes like, well, no, but I always liked her. Oh, whoa. You're telling me I can't date someone, not because you dated her, but because you've liked her since third grade, that you hope that there's still a chance that apparently none of us can date her. And he was, yeah. I went and confronted her, and I was like, hey, can't date you. You know, as a matter of fact, I still had that belief until I talked to her. And I was like, you know what? Dave is saying that no, he doesn't want me to date you because he's had a crush on you since 3rd grade, and he's hoping that, you know, he'll have a chance with you. And she turned around, she goes, I have never liked David, ever. I have never liked him. So you're going to tell me, and she let me have it. That's when I was like, okay, all right. She was like, you're telling me that you won't date me, not because him and I dated, because that sure as hell didn't happen, but because he likes me. You're telling me that he's off limits. I mean, that I'm off limits and everything, just because he has a crush on me. And I was like, as she said the words, that's when my mind was like, well, you know, that really does sound fucking stupid. And so her and I started dating, and he didn't talk to me for almost a year. That's how petty this whole thing is. That's how petty this is. Hopefully, there are no commercials.
So today's topic, we want to look at love and attachment. So I got a little clip I want to show you guys because it kind of exemplifies how I think a lot of people tend to love and attach themselves in relationships with their exes as well.
Right now, it's time for some of our viewers to ask some questions and talk back. So here's the first question we have.
Hey Steve, my name is Amber and I'm from Arizona, and I watch you every day on 3TV Arizona Family.
Okay, that's your first problem. Anybody who's watching Steve Harvey every day is getting a daily dose of stupid. I just realized this is like the 20th Steve Harvey video we've reacted to.
I know.
We are watching it every day.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So my best friend recently got married, but I've always had a crush on one of her ex-boyfriends. And I'm just wondering if it's okay for me to date him now.
Oh, that's a loaded question.
Oh, girl. I understand how this question comes from logical thinking. No. She's gone now, she's taken. But I'm going to give you the emotional standpoint. That's going to be a hell no.
We just take a second to appreciate the...
Now, there is another video. There's another video that these guys have where, I forgot what talk show it was. I think it was The Talk or The View, whatever. It's from Abba and Preach, and they're talking about a whole other incident where the woman turns around and says, if I find out my man cries over, like say his ex died or something like that or whatever, and he's crying over her, he ain't gonna be my man no more. He's gone. And I'm like, whoa, again, women with your fucking double goddamn standards. I'm sick of you fucking bitches. Sick of this shit. It's the reason why I don't date no fucking, I swear, I think I'm just gonna like maybe stay single, just go back to being single and just stay single for the rest of my life, because it's this kind of bullshit. So you're saying if your man cries over his ex that could have died, he's gone because he still has feelings for his ex. But here you are literally saying, again, walking the fence, whatever fucking suits you. Here's this bitch, Carrie Hilson, the fucking singer, whatever, literally saying, well, he's my ex, so he's off limits. Well, doesn't that mean that you're still attached? The fuck does it? No, you can't have it both ways. You can't say that your man can't cry over his ex, but your friends can't date one of your exes because you're still attached. What the? God damn, women are fucking psycho. And I am not, I'm telling you, I realize a lot in my life. And I've had one of my friends tell me that, Mark, you're going to be alone for the rest of your life. And I'm like, for one, I'm not alone. Not alone. Two, I've got tons of women that ask me out. So no, I'm not going to be alone. This is one of my female friends, mind you. But mind you, the conversation we're having, we were having it because she was trying to ask me out. I had known her for years, but we've only just been friends. So at this particular point, at this particular point during the conversation, I was then, single. So she's trying to ask me out, but instead of just asking me out, she gets into this whole lecture kind of thing with me. And it just, yeah, hold on. So trying to tell me that I was going to be alone for the rest of my life because I have rules. And I'm like, you know what? After what my ex-wife did to me, you're damn right I got fucking rules. I know that I'm a good-looking man, so I don't need to turn around and put myself into a relationship just so I'm not alone. And that's why I told her, I said, excuse me, you know for a fact. I was like, your friends have even asked me out. I was like, so you know I'm not going to be alone. And she was like, well, that's not what I mean. I didn't mean company-wise. I meant relationship-wise. And I was like, with the way women are being now, with acting all fucking like losing their minds, psycho, and just whatever this new wave feminism and shit is going on. I was like, you expect me to just what? Just capitulate? I'm supposed to just give in just so I'm not alone? Again, for one, I love my house. I love my house. I love my giant fucking TV, which I don't know how y'all can see it on your end. It's 122 inches, 123. Yeah. Projector, the quality, y'all can't see it through the video. But trust me, when my friends come over, they're like, God damn, that bitch is clear as shit. I'm like, yeah, well, I don't even know why people buy TVs anymore. Projectors are the way to go. Just take up an entire fucking wall. But I'm like, I love my house. Love my house. I like my neighbors. I love my neighborhood. I did all my partying since I was like 15. Done all my partying. So I don't need to go out partying. I can hang out with my friends, have cookouts, just be retired, travel, go fishing. I'm retired. I'm living, you know, as far as, well, when I'm able, because, you know, all the pain and everything I'm going through, got to have back surgery and whatever and shit, army bullshit. I don't need to be in a relationship to be validated. It's like, I don't need that. I've got plenty of friends, plenty of especially female friends. So if I want to go to a concert that's country, I've got country music female friends. If I want to go to Slipknot, if I want to go to, I just recently went to Five Finger Death Punch with one of my friends. I've got friends who hunt, female friends. I got female friends who fish. I could just hang out. I don't need to be in some kind of a relationship to feel like, you know, wanted, needed, or any of that mess. Now, I have pissed off a lot of my female friends who the fact that I've said that, because that's what they're wanting, is to actually date. And I'm like, no. I realize I'm a very simple but yet complicated person. I'm a gamer. I hunt, I do. So trying to find one person that does even half of the shit that I do, it's damn near, yeah, it's damn near whatever. Impossible, pretty much, of all the things that I do. Karaoke, just pretty much everything that I do, everything that I've learned over my life, all of that. So just, you know, as I said, just figure, hey, might as well just just hang out with friends, just go places, just not actually be, you know, anyway, get back into the video because this is just stupid.
Fact that all women are like, we're not just emotional creatures, we're capable of logic. And this bitch is like, that's logic, but let me give you the emotional side. But my feelings don't.
Emotional standpoint, that's gonna be a hell no.
Okay.
But again, so a whole thing came out. I can't remember if it was The View or The Talk, where women were saying, and all, oh yeah, girlfriend, oh yeah, that a guy can't cry over his ex even if she were to die, because it means he still would have feelings for her. But she literally, and all the women in the audience even agreed, from an emotional standpoint, nobody better date one of my exes. So he's not supposed to have any fucking feelings, but you're allowed to. Thought we had equal rights, bitches. Thought we had fucking equal rights. But again, women pick and choose their equal rights. And it's what they want, that's equality. And I've been saying this for years. Men are going to finally get fed up. I said this years ago. I was like, one of these days, and I told a lot of my female friends, you better rein in these fucking feminists because they're going to make it to where men don't want to be in a relationship anymore. They're going to make it to where men are going to be like, hey, I'm good with dating, but I don't want to be in a relationship anymore. And sure enough, and it's going to be in one of my other videos. I don't know if it'll be in this one. I'll finish this video, part 1, on this particular video. But I think on part 2, I'll be able to get into it. But sure enough, an article came out. An article came out where feminists are upset because men don't want to date a feminist. So now they're bitching that they're alone. I thought y'all didn't need a man. Thought you feminists, we don't need a man. We don't need a man. We're good without a man. But why are y'all bitching then? Why are you complaining that men don't want to date woke feminist women if y'all didn't need a man, right?
Okay. Monique, is that you? Okay, Leonard. Okay.
Because once he was ever mine. You know, everyone I did with, I love. Like, no, you're my friend. That's a hell no.
The trust is officially going to be altered. I would be like, I'm sorry, when did this attraction start?
Exactly.
When we were dating, that's when it started.
Okay, I got a big problem with what you just said. Listen, ladies, if you feel
Drop your pussy like this. just do it. Just do it.
you saying that when did this attraction start when we were dating? Listen, if I'm dating a girl, I hope other people are attracted to her too, right? Ladies, let's not pretend like the men you go for aren't attractive to many other women. You see qualities in that man that makes him very sexy. You don't think other women are gonna see that? There's a reason why women love showing pictures of the boyfriend they think is cute to their friends, because they want their friends to be like, oh, he is cute, I agree. So you being attracted to them, other women are going to be attracted. What woman would want a man that's unattractive to everyone else? Do you think the wife of Jason Momoa gets mad because people think her husband is hot?
She's not done getting mad. And damn, be mad all day because, girl, every woman is on that.
And you don't think her friends think he's hot? So what? You think it's weird that they would be attracted to him?
But there's a lot of men that are like that.
What?
A lot of men are like that too. A lot of jealous men are like, yeah, don't look at my wife like that. Don't be talking to my wife. You can't, your wife, I don't have any intentions for your wife, but your wife is attractive.
But you know what we define that?
When I first met my ex-wife's mother, family, and everybody, we were going, it was right after our son was born, and we came here to visit. It was the first time meeting her family. We were going out that night. Now, when I met her, she was very just jeans, sweats kind of person, even going to the club, just jeans, sweats kind of person and everything. I'm the one who took her shopping and picked out skirts and, dresses and things that she never thought that she could even wear. Her ex-boyfriends, we went out this one particular night. And I knew a couple of her ex-boyfriends or guys that she fucked, whatever. Let's just say it the way it is. And they're all like, yo, what's up? What's up, Mark? Hey, what's up, bro? And they're like, dude, where's Cindy at? And she was standing right next to me. And I was like, and they were like, they looked, this is 2 of them, same night. They're like, because, she was Navy, so she was just fucking around, whatever. Anyway, they're like, looking her up and down like, damn, I never thought you could look that way dressed up. And I was like, whoa. Because I'm not the jealous type. So I'm like, hold on a second. Y'all dated her. You've had sex with her. So you've obviously seen her naked. But you're telling me you didn't know that she could look good in clothes? You didn't know. I was like, what? I was like, I said this to their faces. I said, you guys are the classic meaning of what a dog is. Right there. But anyway, so we're here visiting and we're going out. It was for New Year's Eve. And she's wearing one of the dresses that I had got her. And her mom is like, you're actually going to wear that? And she's like, yeah. So she looks at me and she goes, you're going to let her wear that? I'm like, I'm the one who bought it for her. And it's like, well, aren't you going to get jealous of other men looking? And I was like, if men don't look, that's what I'm going to be like, what's wrong? I was like, I want them to look that way. It's like, I feel better that, hey, I actually got somebody, why would I be with somebody that other people aren't attracted to? Exactly what they just said. It's like, why would I want to be with somebody that other people aren't attracted to? See, that kind of jealousy, to me, there's no point to it. None. Because you don't have the person on a fucking choke chain and shit. Just like the ex-wife, she could have just said she wanted to go. All she had to do was just fucking say that. She didn't have to up and leave like a thief in the night and shit. It's like, again, not a jealous person. It's like, hey, you want to go, fucking go. It's like, I'm not going to sit here and play these stupid games or anything. I've even been that kind of person when the person I was dating became a better person, that I was like, you know what? Maybe you should go and explore other avenues, because you weren't this person when I met you, but now there's a whole new identity of yourself that's even better than the person I even met. Maybe you should explore that out on your own. So no, I'm not that kind of jealous person. So this kind of bullshit, again, so women don't want their exes, women don't want their men to cry over their exes, even if their ex were to die. But because of emotional reasons, he's still emotionally attached to his ex. But at the same time, she can still possess her ex and he's off limits. Again, women are the problem with the world. Men are pretty much straightforward. Pretty much. They're pretty much going back to my childhood, and I've been doing human studies since I was a kid, because I've always been intrigued about how the mind works, how emotions work, all of that. Men are pretty much straightforward. As I've said, all men are dogs. It's just because it's biology, but choosing not to, because we're still human. Women live off of their biology. They excuse it because a woman's prerogative, or PMS, or women are allowed to be emotional. It's like, so y'all could just break whatever rules you want because of women. But I thought there were equal rights for everybody, right? So then everybody gets to have prerogative then. No, you're a guy. Well, then we're not equal. I'm telling you, this, as I said, articles from the feminist articles are coming out that men are getting fed up with women. They're just like, you know what? We'll date, but we're not going to get in any more relationships because we're done with this fucking bullshit. What do y'all want? What is it? The Notebook? What do you want? It's yeah. No.
We define that as being too possessive.
Yeah.
So that kind of behavior from a man is seen as whack. I don't know why these women get clapped from all this. What group of guys would you clap in because some dude said that? Exactly.
I see what you did there.
Me personally, you would lose me as a friend. My trust would just be altered. I would never be able to look at you.
Now I'm wondering, are you looking at my husband?
My whole problem with the discussion is it's always centered in my feelings. But this is two other people who are trying to find their own sense of happiness. And for you to love these people and to not want them for themselves is extremely selfish. That's why when people talk about love, especially women, they don't realize how possessive they sound when they talk about it.
Yes! I've been saying this since I was in high school. Again, women are the problem. They are. I mean, boys do whatever the fuck the stupid boys do, but women are really evil. We all know this. There are a ton of guy movies and shit, but which ones are the actual most cruel? Which ones are the most evil? All the female movies that everybody agrees are based on reality. Mean Girls. I mean, shit. Again, women are the problem. They're the ones that want to make all the rules and then change all the rules to suit whatever the fuck they want. So then, therefore, there are no rules. It's just whatever the fuck their emotional state is for that moment.
Yeah, it bothers me that this conversation is happening, that so many people are clapping. Because I'm like, I don't think you guys understand the concept of loving people at all. Because love is selfless. Meaning, even if it's to your own detriment, you have to be happy for people who are finding each other. And at the end of the day, it's not really to your detriment except for your own ego, because you feel like you have ownership over this person. You don't want your friend to get with them, but a total stranger can fuck them. But if you want your friend to be happy and they would both make each other happy, why wouldn't you give your blessing? You have the potential to create a happy family, but you're so in your ego that you're like, nah, you don't get to do that because I fucked you first. How stupid do you have to be to think that that kind of emotional
selfish
manipulation is healthy?
That was my ex. No, bitch, it's a motherfucker that you don't no longer go out with. Okay, that goes male and female. It's someone you no longer have a relationship with. It's not your ex, my possession, mine, this mine. No, it's not like that. You don't owe nobody when you're with them. You don't owe nobody when you're not with them.
And I'm gonna like slip on in that, like Harry said, is a hell no.
Once
No
mine,
friend of
always
mine.
mine. Make your own list.
That's right.
Make your own guy. Hold up, ladies. Hold up. I have worked with a lot of women that are struggling to find love. And if she's your friend and she happens to see it in a dude that you no longer want, no, don't hate on your girlfriend.
And that is called the voice of reason.
Yes.
Not done clapping. Give me 2 seconds. You should join in on this clap.
Shit, I want to clap her too now. Now you've done it. Let's go.
It's you. Done. Yo, y'all can drop that beat though. It's you.
Oh my God.
Now, for a man, it's harder for a man because a man calls this, oh man, I can't go behind my boy.
But just think about, for example, Steve, you are, you work in entertainment, you're a celebrity. So your circle tends to be a lot of other famous people. And I find that people that work in the same industries and they have a small circle of people around them. So a lot of people meet somebody at work, they meet somebody through friendships. So I think that you can't just rule it out because it's unfair. I think it's unfair for us to be that kind of friend and put that kind of pressure on somebody who is just trying to find love. Not hurt you, just trying to find love.
You see how she's talking about the other person's feelings? You see how she's being empathetic and putting the other friend first? Everyone else around this panel is like, well, my trust. I would feel terrible. It would make me angry. It's a hell no for me. What she is talking about is the well-being of others. And that is a very distinct difference. I always analyze how people measure their love by how much they talk about themselves versus the other person. And I think that's a real measurement of what it means to devote yourself to somebody, to actually be caring. And I find this kind of behavior that the other people are exhibiting extremely toxic because it's centered in ego, it's centered in self, and it's not centered in listening to what other people want. That's the definition of being unempathetic.
Diane Valentine,
beautiful. I love what you're saying.
Ooh, girl, live.
And I can actually tell when she says it, she really means it with a lot of empathy and care. And I think that's beautiful.
Just trying to find love.
Hey.
The world is small. I feel like I think Diane is right.
There
are 7 billion people in the world.
Go find you one.
There's other people you're not gonna reach all them people. Oh, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna serve the seas of India to find myself a girl. Who the fuck are you, Jacques Cousteau? Like, this doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Who the fuck you is?
I don't even know who
Vasco da Gama? Like, who the fuck you think you are?
He's one of the Yukon.
Amerigo Vespucci? Fucking Jacques Cartier?
Okay, we get it. You know history.
Yeah. You know, that's a Haitian in me. That's a Haitian in me. I don't put all the word. Et l'homme sans le fait que si nous considérons selon les dernières données, selon l'application qui s'oppose, vie s'interpose selon le pendulum de la vie. You know what I mean?
You talk a lot of Haitian and you can swear I've been spoken Creole in a long time. And I think it's unfortunate because if you actually listen to what Deanne said, she said most people meet people within their circle. Most people meet people through friends. And so for you to say there's 7 million people, well, most people are not meeting people because they're
right. So what? So is the person supposed to go outside of their circle, outside of their comfort zone to try and meet someone? No. So now their whole life has to change to go meet someone else? No, it's fucking ridiculous. There's 7 billion people in the world. Oh, so so this person is supposed to like come to El Paso and meet somebody or something instead of staying with in their own circle? It's just selfish, stupid shit.
An expansive human being, because approaching total strangers is actually quite scary and frightening for most people. And so, if you look at the statistics of how most relationships happen, most of them actually happen at the workplace and through friends. So, your argument is stupid. But again, you're not here for the logic, you're here for the
emotions.
And,
and as I pointed out, I do not live by I have never, going back to shit, even before high school, because it was definitely in high school, I stopped letting my emotions get in the way. It's like, nope, that's the reason why my friends they nicknamed me Spock, because of the fact it's like, you don't have any emotion. I was like, yeah, I do. I just use my brain first and think about things and analyze things before I let the emotion get into the equation. That way I don't make dumbass decisions like a lot of my dumbass friends did back then.
Love to talk about their emotions, actually really showcase how little they understand about their emotions. Because guess what? Emotions are fleeting. You're going to feel all types of stuff in life, but you need your mind to be right in order to sift through it and understand what's healthy and what you need to let go. And a lot of people are holding on to emotions that are actually very negative, like pride and ego and selfishness, and they don't even recognize because they masquerade it as love, as attachment, and they think it's healthy. No, bitch, that shit's toxic. Yep. You are now poisoning everyone else around you because you're not willing to use your brain to understand what's going on within yourself. A lot of these people that preach mindfulness, that they preach understanding and emotional intelligence, they're super shallow. Man, you know what's funny is that women always love to talk to me about like, hey, men need to get more in touch with their emotions. When I talk to women about what they're feeling, oftentimes they don't understand shit. They just allow themselves to feel everything and they allow themselves to talk about what they feel, but they don't actually understand how this. I think that's pretty much it for today. Nope. I just want people to be more mindful in regards to how they love and how they.
And I've been, again, saying that for years.
Think about their
many, many, many damn years. I've been saying that shit. It's just, and I've been telling my friends this for years. It's just now coming to a head. As I said, there are now articles coming out from not people like me, because I've known other people like me, famous or otherwise, who have been saying the same thing. It's now coming from the people who caused the problems in the first place. These fucking feminists, they're bitching because they realized they fucked up. I mean, there's videos there are articles that have come out from them that men are not allowed to have personal preferences, that on any kind of dating website, personal preferences should be removed if it's a male profile. That you should date whoever. You shouldn't be having, the whole thing. I think I did a video about this. I can't remember if it was on Facebook or on this channel where, yeah, I did. It was on this channel. It had to do with when I first got married and these black women, along with one wigger, a white girl who's a nigger, basically, saying that, we heard that you were, that you don't date or you don't want to hook up with anybody that's ethnic, that you're only into white girls. And I was like, bitch, my wife is Mexican. It's like, she looks white. I don't give a fuck that she looks white. She's Mexican, like literally Mexican. But it was one of those, so I can't have I remember saying this because I talked about during a family reunion where my dad humiliated me because he was, I can't remember how old I was at the time, but I know I was a teenager. And it was one of those, Mark only dates white girls. He's too good to date a black girl. And it was one of those, I like who I like. You don't get to tell me who I like. You don't get to tell me that I'm only supposed to like or date someone because of fucking skin color. Because I looked at my dad and I'm like, bitch, I'm light skinned. I'm not even black. Look at all the other relatives. They're black. It's like, I'm light skinned. Dad, you're fucking light skinned. So we're mixed. So what the hell you mean I'm only supposed to date somebody who's on? But yeah, it's all this dumb shit that's coming out now, that these feminists are just making up rules that, if you're not even allowed to say you're not into big girls because you're being, I forgot what the hell the word is right now, but you're fat phobic or some shit or whatever. You can't say that you don't want to date black girls because now you're being racist. You can't, it's like, you can't, but on all of these same articles, women could say all day, oh, I don't date a guy who's short. Oh, I don't date a guy who doesn't make as much money as me. Oh, I don't. It's like, wait a minute. So how do you get to have rules, but we don't? But again, I said this years ago. A lot of people like me said this years ago, but it's finally starting to sink in to these fucking third wave feminists. Holy shit. These men are now waking up because the articles are coming out saying men don't want to date, woke women. Men are avoiding that shit. And we're still getting called sexist and everything. Here's the problem. We don't care anymore. Y'all are the ones saying you wanted equal rights and you wanted to be treated equal and you don't want men to hold doors for you and all this other bullshit because it puts you down like you're some weak woman. Men are now going, okay, all right, fine. We're going to give you what you want. Here's the reason. Y'all think that y'all are the majority of women, but you're not. You're not the majority. You're not even half of these new wave feminists are not even half of the female population. So men are just going, you know what? Fuck it. Don't want to, we're not going to get into relationships anymore. I'm just going to date. And all those women who are just like, okay, yeah, I'm just going to date. They're fine. It's you all, you feminists that are now becoming lonely, single, bitter to where, I could not see myself wanting to literally make an article and attach my name to it and my picture, because that article that I'm going to be bringing up about that men don't want to date woke women and everything, it's got her picture, her name, everything. There's no way I would ever want to make an article like that and attach my name and photo to it, because it would be like, damn, you sound fucking desperate. Shit. You're literally what are you gonna do? You're gonna sue men because they don't want to date you? You're gonna have men arrested because they don't want to date you? It's like, what is this? But for some weird reason, I actually see that coming. I see it coming. I see it to where there's going to be some kind of a bill pushed forward where women are going to be like, if you see a black guy dating a white girl, arrest him because he should be. I'm telling you, something like that's coming. I don't know if it'll actually happen, but something along an article or somebody pushing some kind of an agenda, that's coming. Because everything else I've predicted going back like at least 10 years has already come to pass. So I'm telling you, something like that is coming. What'd you say, Polar Bear? Let me get it to it real quick. It's already happening and women are starting to complain about it. Yeah, I know. As I said, that's going to be in my part 2 video. This one went longer than I wanted it to, like all my damn videos. We're so tired of the feminazi bullshit of accept us for us, but fuck, you gotta be you. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna let somebody else make my choices for me. How do women get to have their own lives and their own choices, but men, we're supposed to do what they want? And I've pointed this out in other videos. Women, I've seen it. I see it all over the place now. What's mine is mine and what's yours is mine. It's becoming, it's like, no, what's mine is mine. I fucking earned it. I went through the hell for it. So fuck that. Ain't nobody else getting my shit unless I volunteer you to get my shit. Other than that, no. It's like, fuck it. I'm not done. I'm done playing fucking. At this point in my life, because of my age and other people around my age, I've been talking to friends today about this. We are at the point in our lives with our age, with me, with my health, almost dying just this past June. I don't have the patience anymore, to just, okay, we're just going to keep looking. No, just anyway, let me go ahead and finish this one and I can get into part 2 here. And I'll talk to y'all in a bit.